Here I have a 10-inch sleek tablet-looking receiver with wireless Apple CarPlay and wired Android Auto. The screen can be adjusted to accommodate different angles. Now, depending on the car, some dashboards will allow more adjustment than others. On the left side of the screen, it features a built-in microphone, and I really like this because you don't have to do the extra work in wiring a mic. The buttons are touch sensitive and they light up whenever you turn on the headlights. As a reference, this is how it stands out from the rest of the dashboard. It's well proportioned and completely changes the interior vibe. Enough for that, let's dive into the software. And for the screen, we have a 10-inch screen with a resolution of 1024 by 600 pixels. And as you can see, I already set up a boot screen, and that's pretty easy to do, but I will show it to you later in the settings when we do a walkthrough. And of course, since it's a wireless Apple CarPlay device, whenever you go in the car or turn off the head unit, it will attempt to connect to your phone, so you don't have to through the USB. That's pretty nice feature. And as you can see, the screen responsiveness is pretty good for being a wireless connection. Usually on some head units, the wireless connection will start lagging a lot, but on this device, I'm really happy with the way it feels and how fluid everything works. And you see I'm sweeping between the apps, and it's pretty nice and smooth. It doesn't have any major problems with the lagging like other head units. This is a very big advantage of this unit because it doesn't lag on wireless connection. Also, I really like the display, to be honest. I like the colors. They are vivid colors, pretty nice. And as you can see, those buttons on the side, this is how the user interface works for the volume. And if you tap that speaker right there, mute, that's the back button, and has a home button as well. Now the power button here has two functions. If you press it once, it's just gonna mute the volume, or if you hold it, it will turn off your screen, and you can tap again and it will wake back up. Now if you want to go back to the main menu, you have this car icon in the Apple CarPlay. You just tap it and it takes you back to the main screen as well. The icons very well proportioned and pretty easy to use. You have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on top there, and this is the radio user interface. Pretty nice and clean, and I really like the way they designed this bar like old school style. You just drag, it looks like a radio. You can slide that through the frequencies right there. I really like that option. Also, you got presets there. You can select to 6 presets, switch between stereo and scan. Of course, those are some basic radio functions. Very cool and minimalistic. I really like it. Let's go back to the main menu, and we have multimedia, which is a USB. You can insert a USB flash drive with a video or pictures, and you can read that out. Then there is Bluetooth connection. Of course, this feature you're probably not gonna use it that often because most of the time your phone is gonna be connected to the CarPlay, so you won't be able to use both at the same time. It's either one or another. Now that AV in, there is the camera right there. You can select if you have a camera, trigger the camera screen. This is the steering wheel control setup screen. This is pretty easy to set up. You just need a steering wheel adapter that comes separately, is not coming with this unit. It's pretty easy to set up those. I saw this just like exactly like the Sony head units, if you are familiar with those. So now let's try out the AirPlay feature. This basically will let you mirror your phone screen to this head unit. Just tap on the AirPlay when you are ready to do this, and now you gotta use your phone and look for the Wi-Fi name that your head unit is assigned to. It's gonna show on the screen there. So in my case, it's already connected, so I'm good to go. As I said before, the Wi-Fi name and the password is gonna be provided right there in the screen, so you gotta look up in the list and make sure you connected to it. Once you're all set and connected, just slide down to your control center, open the screen mirroring, and from there just select the AirPlay. Same steps that you do on your TV when you want to mirror your iPhone to the TV. And now you see everything that's gonna happen on the screen. It's mirrored to the head unit. exactly as I said, like a TV. But one thing to keep in mind, you won't be able to play Netflix apps or any streaming apps besides YouTube. I don't think Hulu works or Netflix. Those are some copyright protected content, so they won't not let you play the movies on the screen. And this is how the videos will look on the head unit. Unfortunately, I picked the wrong video. I think this one is shot in a cinematic mode, so the image is a little bit narrower, but usually any other 16 to 9 aspect ratio will fill the entire screen of the head unit, so you don't have to worry about that. It's gonna be full screen. It's just this video that doesn't have the image full screen. And as you can see, it's not really lagging behind. The sync between the phone and the head unit, it's pretty good. I'm overall happy the way the image is transmitted to the head unit. It doesn't have major lagging or anything. Now it's time to do a quick walkthrough through the settings of this head unit and see what we find. We have a general settings here. Video warning, you can disable that, so that would be the message that when you first open the head unit, that can be turned off. Now there is the brightness, not much to see there. You can adjust the contrast. You got the languages, date and time. You can set up that as well. And there is another tab here with extra settings. You can select if you want to auto connect to the phones. Basically, those settings are pretty straightforward. They mean what they say, so not much to explain here. Switching back to themes, here you can select some wallpapers, and they are pretty interesting wallpapers. As you can see, gives a interesting feel to the head unit. They have a bunch of preset wallpapers, but I like the blank one, looks more OEM. Now the boot screen, this is the feature that I'm excited the most. You can select your own brand logo for the boot screen when the head unit starts. In my case, I have a Nissan installed here, so luckily it has a Nissan. However, it doesn't have all the car brands, but most of them. Now switching back to the sound here, we are not having an equalizer, but you don't really need one. You have a basic settings here for the sound, and also you have the balance of the sound here, where to sound from which speakers. I can tell you that this head unit sounds pretty good, probably a little bit better than OEM, and it has a power of 50 watts per channel. That's pretty cool. Now here there is another menu with the settings. It's more advanced settings. The password, it's 8888 4 of 8. Now this is a little bit more advanced menu. I don't recommend you to do any crazy settings if you don't know what you're doing, but some of the settings you will find them in the regular side of the menu. But there is some extra settings here, like a CAN type here. You can select your car. I'm not sure what exactly is this for. I was not be able to find any info in the user manual, but it's interesting to know that you have those settings here, and maybe if you reach to their technical support, they will be able to let you know and explain what everything does. So overall, I really like this unit. It's a budget friendly head unit with premium features, and for the price, to be honest, nothing can beat it on the market right now with the wireless CarPlay and the screen mirroring. And if you're interested to get this unit, I really recommend it. I will have the link down below in the description, and I will see you in the next video.